Hi guys, Julie here again, back at it with another video, and today we're going to talk a little bit about admission essays and how to avoid making them too generic and make them more about you. Many students, they shy away from the freedom in the admission essays and they want very specific instructions on what to write. And this is not unexpected because in high school you always get really specific instructions in the essays. But this freedom for the admission essay is actually intentional. College and universities, they actually want to see how you take control of the assignment and you choose what to write and what stories to share in your admission essay. The most common thing students say about admission essays is that I don't know what to write or nothing interesting ever happens to me, and they miss the whole point of this assignment because this kind of an attitude not only dampens your enthusiasm to tackle the assignment, but also the chances of your admission. The point is that you have to embrace the new logic. The experiences that you lived in your life, they happened only to you and you are the only person that can tell about them. And once you acknowledge these facts, you can start working on your essay and stop making it generic. So there are many reasons why essays can be generic. It includes topic, style, diction, but the primary reason for the generic essays is that they are not personal enough. An admission essay that has to be really personal can pose a really great challenge, but at the same time, reflecting on your life can be quite beneficial and can unlock great potential in you. And so with that knowledge, let's look at some concrete ways to make your essay less generic. So the first problem we're going to tackle is the topic. The topic you choose for your college admission essay has to show you in ways that the statistics, scores, or any other facts that you mentioned in your application don't show you. So you have to choose something that doesn't include your extracurricular activities or something that you didn't write in your achievement sections. I recommend creating a list of qualities that you absolutely want your college to know about you, and then brainstorm some anecdotes where you have shown those qualities. The most revealing and deep stories that you can write about are probably the ones that you want to choose. And then you begin to shape your essay around that. Think of that as writing inside out. You can add your introduction and conclusion later, but as long as you have the heart of your essay, you're on the right track. For example, I want my college to know that I'm a loyal friend, I'm determined, and I can take control in dire situations. So I might tell them a story how me and my friend Liza went to Vilnius, Lithuania, and she got really drunk with her friend and we got lost in the middle of the night in the center of the city. And although I was just as lost as her, I managed to get us back to a hotel to find a cab at 2 a.m. Although she did not want to go back to the hotel, she literally sat on the pavement and said that she's good here and she's just gonna stay here all night. Yeah, so that story might show that I'm a good friend because I didn't leave her there, and also that I can take control of the situation because although I was also lost, I took the responsibility and I got us to a hotel after all. So even though it's a little bit embarrassing and it makes me seem really vulnerable, that's actually might be a good thing because your admission officers want to get to know you as a person, and you might want to choose a story like that, a story that makes you look like a person, like a real person. So the second problem that we are going to talk about is the style. Your college admission essay is not only an essay that's going to show you as an individual, but also an essay that's going to show you as a writer. And a common misconception among students is that it's just another academic essay and you have to use the same structure and style that you have learned in your history class, for example. But the truth is, it has to be more personal, not only in the story, but also in your style. So you can utilize some more personal things, because if you write it just like an academic essay, it might come off as very dry and stale, and you want it to reflect your personality. Hopefully, if you choose the right topic, your personality will shine through, but you also might want to write it a little bit more like a creative essay. So structure your essay however you prefer, however you feel will be right for this particular topic, and also use the language that only naturally comes to you, and don't use any very smart words that you might think are gonna impress the admission officers. As long as your speech is intelligent and the grammar is right, you will be all good. And lastly, I want to talk about personalization and how you can check if your essay is personal enough. So it can involve many things, but ultimately you can ask yourself two questions. First of all, could someone else have written that? And second question is, do the details in the essay put the reader into my shoes? Those two questions are intertwined, but there are some guidelines with which you can simply answer those two questions. Once you complete a rough draft, revisit every sentence of your essay, and if you detect any ounce of generalization, see if you can make that sentence your own. So see if you can add more details and modify that sentence to make it more personalized. Remember sensory details. So remember what you smelled, or what you tasted, or what you saw, or what you felt in that moment. And actually, feeling is a very interesting way to personalize your essay, because it can involve your inward feelings and your outward feelings. So what you were feeling or on the outside or on the inside. Once you do that, your essay will sound more dynamic and it will be much more interesting to read. So following these recommendations will make your essay much more nuanced, much more detailed and textured, and it will make you stand out among thousands and thousands of essays that admission officers have to read every application season. And no matter how ordinary you consider your life to be, I can guarantee you that you can find a story that will connect with the readers. And the challenge is identifying that story and then sharing it as authentically and as vibrant as you can. So for this week, share in the comments down below some of your stories that you might have written in your application essay, and this might help some future freshmen to find their own interesting topic. And for now, this is it, and I'll see you in the next one.